what's up everybody? Merry Christmas. Welcome back to the channel. You saw the thumbnail there. I went from my pictures, if you saw the last video, from drawing it to now to actually it being a reality, and so we're going to go over that. And so one thing I want to talk about at the very beginning here before I move on to the rest of the video and the designs that I'm going to show you at the end is that this won't be entirely, step-by-step like other videos that I've done before. I just wanted to be a part two, showing you some of my results, but I am going to go over the bodies that I used to make those, okay? So hopefully there'll be enough pieces here for you to put it together for yourself, especially if you see the end results that I came up with. Going to be pretty similar to what I drew, so that's good news, okay? So let me go ahead and talk about the balloons that I'm going to use real quick, and then we'll move on to the designs that I think at the end I'll show you the one that I'm going to go with, but ultimately you be the judge on what could be good for you actually, okay? The good news about this design is it uses 3 balloons to make it happen. I'm using gray because I'm making myself a zombie Santa. And then we'll use white this is for the beard, and this will be for the body. So the main thing is, like I said, I'll go over maybe some of the face. I'm gonna actually use that balloon for an example later when I do the one I did not like, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want you to see why I didn't like it, okay? So let's go over the bodies that I'm gonna use for the different designs actually. So let's go for a super basic one, anyone can do. You get a lot of mileage out of it, okay? So we got this, we're gonna start there, and keep my nozzle here. And this actually is just some work off of the elf that I did before. So if you already watched that video, then you can probably skip ahead to the next segment for this, but I encourage you to just stay around, that way you can see it being made, and then you know what's up, okay? So there we go, and then another one. I feel like I just squished, I might have just killed the balloon actually. Oops, I think I did. I feel like it just immediately got softer. That's just me, actually, my fault. It is, okay, that's okay. We'll bring back a new one that's actually not deflating. I can feel it already getting smaller and smaller, so let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, that's our fix right there, and that is me starting all over, okay? So it's about a hand's grip. I'm gonna go match that up there. Okay, and so I'm just going down the side here, and let's go ahead and get another one, okay? So I just went there, and back around this way, okay? So I want to make sure that if you didn't get this, or maybe you're just tuning in for the first time, and you're wondering what in the world is he doing as far as ballooning, or maybe you're new to balloons. But anyway, here it is right here, okay? So super basic, gets us a nice little body that we can use there. It's like a little yoga pose, okay? And then I'm gonna use this to come up the middle, and we're gonna use this for the hat, okay, at the end. Alrighty, so if you can put those two together there, okay? Good. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other body that we used, okay? But I just wanna make sure you have this. It just has a few more twists in it, but nothing too difficult. So let's go and move to that. So for this one, the extra piece we're gonna add here actually is we're gonna have our torso, and then we're gonna go right down and we're gonna make some legs, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that through there so we can lock it, okay? See that? And then we can go right up here and right back up. So we went down to our legs, back up to the torso. Now we can go ahead and put our arms here. Okay, go right through there. So the only addition we're making really is we're just making sure that it has legs on the end here, but let me go ahead and bring this up. There we go. Okay. So that's all we did. See, we already had this part that we were making before. We just take the extra step to go there and come right back up, and we still got this piece on top to go through. That way you can add the head portion, and you got your hat there as well, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, let me go ahead and move that one out of the way, and let me talk about in my next segment the one that I did not choose, and I'll bring it up so you can see what it looks like, and I'll talk about why I didn't choose it, okay? So stick around, let's do that next. Okay, we're to the ones I did not choose actually. The body style turned out fine for either one of these, you can see, which is fine. And then the face, having the 4 bubble cluster didn't work out for me. I didn't really like it so much. I guess it's okay, but the thing I don't like about it, and probably I can work on this myself, maybe it's just a personal problem, is the separation of the nose when you run the balloon across there. It just sticks out a little too much for me. And in this one, maybe I just didn't plan it right, but the eye area where I wanted to draw, to get that, the zombie eye look. Didn't have as much space as I wanted, and it felt like the nose was in the way when I did that. So that's one of the reasons I did not choose this one, the 4 bubble cluster for the head portion. Okay, you can see it from the side there. Okay, you see, got 2 bubbles there stacked on the back. Okay, so 4 bubble, and the reason I did that is for the room. It was for the the reason I did that is so I could have space to pull the beard across, and I wouldn't have to try to draw it or anything like that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you my reason behind that, but let's move on to the final one that I decided on, and we'll look at why I chose that one instead of this one. Okay, but it's the 4 bubble cluster. Let's move to the final one. So we made it to the final segment, and this is the one I'm going to go with. This is the design I'm going to give out from my menu. You can see that it is just a couple bubbles across, just like that, and then we have the part for the beard. But what sold it for me actually was it was the face portion again. Like I was talking about, the one I didn't like because the 4 bubble was the nose separation. This one doesn't have that because there's no beard running across connecting it. I get it all in one shot right there, as you can tell, and the drawing, there's space to draw on the beard there, and then I also get my eyes. I give myself plenty of space to draw, so that's why I chose this one. And it's nice with this body type. I can definitely apply it to a headband, a wristband. It could be on top of a candy cup, but you decide which one is good for you. I had a combination of the different bodies and the different style of face, but this ultimately is the one I'm going with. Okay, so anyway, stick around. I want to take a moment to talk about what am I going to be doing the next couple of weeks. Just kind of give you like an update about where all this is going towards as we get to the end of the year. So let's do that. I told myself I was going to keep this video short and sweet, and maybe it's quite the opposite, but hopefully you're still around here to this portion. I just wanted to remind you, if you haven't subscribed, to do so. Give this video a thumbs up. If you're bummed out about that, that I didn't do a step-by-step tutorial for this, hopefully you can work it out for yourself. But it's no big deal. It's not that bad, pretty simple. I try to make sure to move it around a little bit. But as far as what's going on for the channel, I'm going to keep making balloon videos, but if you haven't got a chance to go over to the Patreon channel, you can definitely do it there. I'm going to keep uploading videos there, obviously, more consistently, but I'm not going to neglect the channel here as well. So always be on the lookout for videos here, but I want to definitely make sure that I'm, trying to branch out a little bit. And you probably already saw it with some of the drawing that I did. It's definitely something I want to make sure and encourage you too, if you don't already do it, to start, breaking out a sketch pad. That way, you can do what I did with this, part 1 and part 2, and that is drawing some of your designs first, so that you don't blow through some of your inventory. And the main reason for that is to save you a little bit of money, but also if you find that maybe your supplier doesn't have all the balloons you need all the time, you can just make this your go-to to practice by drawing it. And you know what happened actually, let me just, as a side note, is I drew it, and then when I went to actually make it, I didn't anticipate there being a separation with the mustache and the nose. Okay, so there's something to be said for that too, that sometimes you gotta get hands-on and actually make it, So anyway, so that's kind of where we're at right now for the channel. I'm gonna do a few more designs before I close out, for this year, and then I'll get, going into next year, we'll ramp back up again and see what we get, because we got January, we'll just mess around with some ideas there too. But then we have Valentine's Day in February, and so be on the lookout. Like I said, you just look for notifications if you're subscribed, if you're not subscribed, so you can get those notifications. But anyway, I'll go ahead and cut out of here, and I'll catch you guys again in another video. And I thank you very much for everybody that's been tuning in, and for people that joined Patreon. I really appreciate it. And so let me go ahead and cut out of here, and I'll see you next time. Happy twisting, everybody. Bye.